Hi there, Missionary Tim here for another basic Swahili lesson. This is lesson number 3. Lesson number 2 covered quite a bit with the whole alphabet and some basic pronunciation. So, I want to challenge you to begin a vocabulary list. I like using the Repeat app in my phone. It's purple and it's spelled Repeet. I love that app. It's very helpful. But on page 7 and 8 of Colloquial Swahili, you see just beginning vocabulary lists with those basic words that are used in the alphabet that we studied. Going back and listening to the recording, making sure you're pronunciating the words correctly and the sounds correctly. Practicing that many times before you continue is really wise because if you start this foundation with bad pronunciation, then you will build a foundation upon a foundation of bad pronunciation. So we want to fix that. Today, lesson 3 is a short video covering a little bit more about pronunciation before we move on into full unit 1. So one more thing about Swahili pronunciation that we need to know is that the stress is almost always on the second to last syllable of words. Almost always on the second to last syllable of words. So if we just look at page 8, some of the words you have already learned, look at the R or the Ra, the Ra. The word is ruhusa, ruhusa. Notice the ruhusa, hu, second to last syllable, ruhusa. Also, just above it, the pa, panda, panda. And that one might be less obvious, but notice consonants do not constitute a syllable. They need a vowel. So the syllable is pa, da, panda, panda, with the vowels. So the first a is accented. Panda, panda. One above that with the o, toa, toa. Notice the o is accented. Toa, toa. Moving up to the ka, which is the English K, the ka, kazi, kazi. It's a the stress is a slight increase in loudness, usually also with a bit longer length. Now, there are some instances where this is different, where the rule is different. You will learn this later on in Swahili. So, for instance, nilimpa, nilimpa, which is I gave to him, nilimpa, I gave to her, nilimpa. And there's a reason I'm accenting a different type of accent, but we won't get into that now. Most of the time, it's the second to last syllable, even when there's double letters, like kuka'a or kuanda'a, two A's. Kuka'a is to sit. Qukaa. Kuka'a. Kuka'a. Now, a lot of Swahili speakers will not double create that accent. They might just linger on that letter, kuka, kuka, and let it fade. This happens in shikamo. That's one of your new vocabulary words. Shikamo. Two O's. Inaka. Inaka. If you choose to accent it, don't be too rough on the double A or the double O, because most Swahili speakers just elongate it. Kuka, kuka, shikamo, shikamo, ka. Now, there are also times when we would call in technical grammar word juncture. This is a little bit more technical, but I think it's worth pointing out now that sometimes there are words that are spelled the exact same. They have slightly different meaning based on how we pronounce. You will understand this better as you go along with Swahili. But one example is Wafanya Garcia. Wafanya Garcia. Wafanya Garcia means they created a disturbance or they create a disturbance. Now, Wafanya Garcia means rioters, ever so slight. The difference is I'm accenting a little bit stronger the fa, the fa at the beginning. Wafanya Garcia, that's the verb. They created disturbance. Wafanya Garcia is rioters. So slight. It's so slight. And it's something for later Swahili. For now, notice I'm saying Wafanya Garcia, even though I'm accenting the fa at the beginning, Wafanya Garcia, the E at the end, the second to last syllable, gets a stronger accent than the fa. Okay, one last thing with pronunciation. In some languages, the pitch matters. This is usually true of Indo-European languages, um, where the different pitch actually, there could be a word spelled exactly the same, and the different pitch is what changes the meaning. It does not happen in Swahili. Accent does sometimes change meaning, but pitch does not. So pitch, of course, portrays nonverbal type language, but it doesn't change the meaning of a word. So this is consistent across Tanzania, across Swahili. All right, that's it. I'll catch you in the next lesson.